Oh my gosh, this guy just wants me to stare him in the face. Oh my gosh. Well, hello everybody, and welcome to episode 30 of the Let's Play world. I can't believe we've already made it to 30 episodes. That's just crazy to me. Today, I have a couple of things that I want to address. First off, we've been working on this Nether haul that goes out to the iron farm during a live stream, and we're going to finish that off today. The second thing, if you were watching last week's live stream, you saw that we got a Trident. Oh, probably shouldn't have thrown the Trident. Get up. So I want to see if we can put some enchantments on this thing. And that one gets to come off the wall. And finally, I think I want to go to the end and start planning out what we're going to do there. So let's start off in the Nether with a quick time lapse. Time for the big reveal. So, we walk in down the hallway. We've got the soul speed going on, so we move nice and quick. We've got this great iron and basalt sort of finish with the soul lanterns. You can sort of see the biome out there, which is really nice. As we come down here, the tunnel starts to fall apart. And we end up in this sort of natural area here. You can see some of the substructure behind the tunnel here. Floor is magma. We've got lava and other things. These guys will continue to grow, and that'll be real cool looking. And then there's this portal that just looks so unnatural, like it's so out of place. Completely in stone with the crying obsidian accents there. And then when we look back, it looks basically like this. So, pretty cool, I think. I like this ruined sort of action here. I like this out of place sort of look, like something was constructed here, and you know, it sort of gives the idea that there's different generations of stuff. You know, maybe this is a newer edition where this is an ancient thing, and who knows? It's just a really cool looking space that makes you kind of go, what happened here? And then of course our iron farm is on the other side. Real quick, I'll show you a time lapse of me carpeting the top of this thing because I was getting so many piglins, and with all of the soul lanterns, they were just so noisy. I figured I wasn't going to use paint carpet for much, so we'll just use it up there to spawn-proof everything. And that is another section of our Nether haul completed. And that one gets to come off the wall. Let's talk about Tridents. I spent some time at the enchantment table and was able to get a couple of enchantments on these Tridents. This one, as you can see, has Riptide 2 and Unbreaking 3. And then this one has Channeling and Impaling 4. Just gonna run over here. Gonna grab a couple mending books. And now I have everything I need to trick these guys out. So this one here that has Channeling and Impaling, I can add Loyalty, Unbreaking, and Mending, and that'll be a really great Trident. And then this one that's got Riptide 2 and Unbreaking, I can turn it into Riptide 3, and then add Mending. Oops, I broke my anvil. Okay, so now we've got these two Tridents. We've got Tsunami that's got Riptide 3, Unbreaking 3, and Mending. And then we have Tempest that has Channeling, Impaling 4, Loyalty 3, Unbreaking 3, and Mending. Just need to go to the Blaze Farm and mend those up, and we'll be in business. That's 1. That's 2. So let's talk for a minute about what these tridents actually can do. So the trident in my hand right now is Tempest, and it has the channeling, impaling, and loyalty enchantments on it. Loyalty just means if I throw this, it's going to come back. Just like that. Impaling means that mobs that are water-based take extra damage. And then finally, channeling is where if I were in a lightning storm, I could throw my trident and whatever I hit, lightning would strike. Pretty cool, and we'll play with that at some point in the future. Now this trident is Tsunami, and Tsunami has the Riptide enchantment. And what that means is if I'm in the water and I throw it, I go with it. So you can see I kind of travel along with the trident. Does a pretty cool animation when you go along with it too. Something else that is fun is I don't have to be completely submerged. If I just do it from here, I will go flying up into the air, which is pretty fun. Also works in the rain. So if it's raining, I can throw this trident and I will go flying through the air. So we'll have to play with these and see what we can figure out. Oh, just another quick thing. I was out here the other day doing a little work on the dock and I heard this huge explosion. And I look over here and the creeper is gone. And there are all these green particle effects here. And I figured out what happened. A pufferfish bumped into the creeper while it was in that boat. And the creeper exploded. And so when I looked over, all I saw was the poison effects with the particles, and creeper and the boat were gone. It's pretty crazy. On the dock, I just added these posts here. They still need to be kind of set into the ground. And I'm not sure what to do on top. I could do a spruce trapdoor, I could do an oak trapdoor, or I could do carpet. I personally think the spruce looks best, but I want to know what you guys think. Spruce, oak, carpet. All right, let's go to the end. I'm not wearing my super good gear because things can be a little treacherous when you first get into the end. I'll explain a little bit more once we start poking around. I'm also moving painfully slow because I don't have soul speed on my boots. So back at the wall of tasks, it says clean up end portals. And there's actually 4 end portals that I'm talking about. The first one is this one, the portal to the end. What I want to do in this room is I want to raise the Nether portal up a few blocks and then make the floor flush with our end portal frame here. That way we don't have to climb up these stairs and we can be a little more creative than just the bricks. So once we come through the portal, we end up in this room, and this is the second space we need to clean up. Definitely needs to be a little safer, and it could stand for a little decorating. The third space that needs some attention is the end gateway that sends us out to the outer islands. This one is sort of hanging halfway out over this little peninsula here. I would like to build something a little bit more substantial so that when we come back through this gateway, we have somewhere a little more dependable to land. The fourth place we need to fix up is whatever is on the other side of this. This gateway will take us to another gateway that's probably 1,000 blocks in that direction. And hopefully over there it's a little more substantial than this, but we'll definitely want to clean it up and make it look a little more presentable. So one thing that makes navigating the end really tricky is there's all these Endermen. And if you look at any of them, you're going to end up in a fight. So what I think I want to do is I want to tunnel through the end islands so that we don't have to walk up here on the surface with all these guys. If we make the tunnels just under 3 blocks tall, these guys won't fit. The other thing I'm thinking is I want my aesthetic in the end to be very stark. Not quite space station, but very plain and modern and, you know, kind of sci-fi-ish. So we'll see how that goes. So now to be exact, when you come through one of these little gateways, it looks in 5 blocks in each direction to see if there's a place to put you. And if there's not, it comes down a block and it does it again, does it again. So we're going to build a floor right underneath this. You know, most people think the Nether is pretty scary, but for me, the end is way, way more freakier. This void is just terrifying. If you fall in, that's it. It's all gone. And, you know, there's no getting it back. You're not going to go find your gear. And I just find that terrifying. The other thing is when you finally get elytra and you're flying, you can't tell which direction you're facing. There's no horizon, there's no gradient, and so it's super sketchy. All right, so this is going to be floor level here. Yep, sketchy. All right. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to put an iron trapdoor and then a button. When I push this button, this will raise up for a moment and then go back down. The thing that's cool is if I walk up to this, it knocks me flat, like I'm flying. And so then, rather than having to throw an ender pearl, I can just move into the portal. So let's give it a shot. Let's see what's on the other side of this. Push the button, get flattened, in we go. All right, well, we landed on solid ground. That's promising. There's our end gateway. It's a little close to the edge. And yeah, this is the end. Just a lot of nothing. Those are what we call chorus plants. We've got Endermen everywhere. And if we start wandering around, hopefully we'll find what we call an end city, and that's where we get the elytra and the shulker boxes. Chorus plants are kind of weird. There's these things up here. So these are chorus flowers, and then there's the chorus fruit. When you break the stem down here, the whole thing kind of comes apart. So this is the chorus fruit. Chorus flower, when you mine one of those drop. With a chorus flower, we could plant another chorus plant. Chorus fruit, when you eat one, you teleport in a random direction. Kind of like an ender pearl. Once you get out here into the outer islands, there's just void in between them. And so you can either pillar across, or use an elytra to fly, or try to get real lucky and throw an ender pearl. Before we go wandering around, I think the first order of business is to make this portal safe to land in. All right, I didn't bring another trapdoor like an idiot, so we're going to just use an ender pearl. But let's give this a shot. Okay, that worked. I ended up right on the corner here. So it looks for the first full block at its level. So perfect. And then we go back through. A little sketchy, but it worked. All right, now we need to figure out a way up here. Ugh. So this is what level the tunnel will be at. And then I'm going to build an elevator up to our gateway. All right, we've got something of an elevator now. The floor is actually going to be at this level, which is the same level as where we portal into the end. And we've got the familiar blocks here, so I can go racing up and racing back down. This is about where the roof is going to be here so that we keep these guys from showing up. Let's go to the other side and get it functional as well. Whoa, it's so sketchy. Brought a trapdoor, brought a button so we can do this one as well. Perfect. And just like that, we've got an elevator on the other side. We're going to make this one difficult for the Endermen as well. I don't know if this design is final, but at least we're not going to get hassled by Endermen. Let's get this tunnel started at least. This is going to be a pretty long tunnel. Well, there's the gateway, and there's our big old tunnel. So we've got the beginnings of our end infrastructure. We've got a safe passage out to the end gateway. We've got a reliable method for getting through the gateway. And we have a safe landing on the other side. We are all ready to explore, but I think that's where I'm going to wrap it up this week. So thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you had fun. Please like and subscribe if you want to follow along on the adventure, and I hope to see you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.